Hey everyone, and welcome to YarnGasm. I'm Kristen, and this is episode 68. It is a Sunday evening, February 24th, 2013. I had meant to record yesterday, but I've just been out of pocket all weekend since Friday. Lots going on, lots to talk about, lots of spinning to talk about. Oh yes, there is lots of spinning to talk about, but we will get to that later. But yeah, for the most part, it's the usual business. It's been a crazy week. Trying to get a lot of knitting done that needs to get done, holiday knitting and whatnot, but I will get to that. I usually start with an update, but yeah, so I mean, if you're just tuning in, thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the show. And so yeah, no real other news to talk about. It's just been one of those weeks. So I guess let's just dive into it. But I do want to let you know, I have a review coming up at the end of the show from the lovely Sweatshop of Love, Allison D. I refuse to say her last name because I know I'm going to butcher it. So I will just leave it at that. Allison D of Sweatshop of Love. If you are a knitter, you probably have heard of her. So stay tuned for that. There is a giveaway. Yes, so let's get on to what's off my needles, because I do have stuff that is off my needles. Finally. So yeah, yesterday, me and Dennis, we took a drive up to my parents-in-law, his parents, who live in Poughkeepsie, kind of an impromptu trip, like, hey, the flower show is going on, let's meet up. There's a flower show in February. Something is wrong with this. I don't know, but I mean, there's a place near where they live, and there was a flower show going on, so it was kind of refreshing just to see all these flowers and arrangements and stuff like that in the dead of winter. So well, it's not the dead of winter. I mean, well, February kind of seems like the dead of winter, but anyway, I digress, like I do. But as you know, like, car rides are usually my sock knitting time, where mindless sock knitting occurs in the passenger seat because I don't have a driver's license. Yay! And you're probably wondering why I don't have a driver's license. I grew up in New York. Native New Yorker. We rely on subway. We rely on cabs. We rely on walking. We have no need for driving. And this is a problem that I need to fix immediately, soon, because Dennis is kind of going a little cray-cray, trying to get me to get my driver's license. I got a permit. I just need to take the next step and just get the license. But anyway, I have a finished object to show you. I finished one sock of my zombie barbecue BBQ socks of Lorna's Laces. So very excited. I am halfway there to a finished pair of vanilla socks. And again, this is Lorna's Laces shepherd sock in their zombie BBQ colorway, which is lovely because it kind of, like, as I mentioned in previous episodes, so the green here totally reminds me of guacamole. I don't know, it's like a guacamole green, but then you got like shocks of red, shocks of muted purple, my favorite color. And yeah, I need new socks, so I've just been plowing away on those on car rides and stuff like that. So I got, I don't know, I cast on for the second sock, and that's as far as I got, and then by the time we were leaving, it was pitch black out. So, but yeah, we went down to the Hudson River. I was in Hudson Valley, and we went to a restaurant down there, and it was just so amazing to see the Hudson River this time of year because it's totally frozen over, but I guess they have barges that come down and chop up all the ice just to, so I guess barges can, you know, and all these business ships and stuff can just go their merry way. And you see all these little mini icebergs or mini ice flotillas, whatever you want to call them, just gliding down the Hudson, and it's so beautiful. I don't know. I if you follow me on Instagram, I posted some photos, so you can see it there. But I will try, like when I post the show notes, I will definitely post some photos on there so you can see. But it's just really beautiful. It's really great to get out of the city too. But yeah, I have the other second half of that sock cast on. My grandmother's second sock syndrome, as I'm calling it now. I have not made any progress on it. Again, I'm horrible. I have not made any progress on this. had not had, this whole week I've just been distracted. There's no excuse for this. I will have this finished. If I do not have this finished by next weekend, this will be done next weekend. I guarantee you it will be done next weekend. This is my priority this week. It will be done. Okay? It's gonna happen. So one way or another, it's gonna happen. I have to finish this immediately because I am seeing my grandmother, in maybe like 2-3 weeks, I want to say. Yeah, I'm going to take her out to lunch sometime. So yeah, this will be done next week. I promise, I promise. If not, I'm a horrible person. Just putting it out there. Oh, by the way, when I go on car rides, I take my Nitty City bag and USB cable. My Kindle cable is kind of dangling out of there because, yeah, that's how I roll. But yeah, this has been my go-to project bag when I go on car rides. I just plop everything in there because usually, like, if I'm in the car, I don't know what I want to work on. I know it's going to be socks. 9 out of 10, it's always socks, but I pack a whole bunch of other goodies in there as well. So, oh, and Maria Elena, you will be happy to know that this little fancy thing has come along with me too. So yeah, there you go. And it's been holding all my notions and ruler, tape measure, and darning needles and stuff like that. It's keeping me company. I love it. I love it. So yeah, that was my project yesterday. I just realized that I was talking off the needles, and I just talked about something that's still on the needles. It was in the same bag, so it got mishmashed. But anyway, back to what's off the needles. One of the reasons why I'm recording now is because I kind of wanted to just get it. It was so close to being done that I wanted to get it off the needle so I could show you today and block it so I could wear it tomorrow. Yes, there was an ulterior motive. Sorry, but my lace shawl design that I've been plowing away at, which is finally done. The second one that I made is done. It's finished. I'm so excited. I want to wear this tomorrow so badly. It has to be blocked. I don't know where it's going to be blocked, but I will find a place by the end of the day to block it. And I will wear this tomorrow to work and gloat in front of all my coworkers. Ha, yes, I knit it. But yeah, again, this is Madeline Tosh Merino Light in their Dahlia colorway. Very lovely, as you can see. Very saturated purple. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, it's just a very straightforward triangular shawl. Lots of zigzags, pointy stuff happening. In this one, let's see. I added an extra repeat to the edge lace, chart C. So to give it that extra kind of, when I block it, this part's going to be extra pointy. So I'll make that change to the final pattern. But again, thank you, test knitters. You are amazing. Thank you. You've been, you know, you rock. You are awesome. So that said, yeah, test knitters are amazing and invaluable to the whole process of just designing knitwear and in general. Like, if you ever, like, I just want to, small PSA, if you design something, I've learned this the hard way, you need test knitters, you need tech editors, just that extra backup, and they will make your, you know, all that effort that much better. I mean, they're great. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah. So what was I gonna say? It's Sunday. I'm just kind of like a little scatterbrained tonight. It's been a long day. I've been cleaning, so I'm like, I finally got a podcast. So yeah, this little bit of knitting is done. I'm very excited. I cannot wait to make all the corrections to the pattern and the final pattern and get it up. I know I said mid-February, but now it's looking more so like early March. So stay tuned. It's going to be up. It's going to be on Ravelry very soon, so stay tuned. What else did I want to say? about this. I think that's it. That's all she wrote. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned this in the last episode. I knit 10 pattern repeats and then totally ran out of yarn. Frogged back all the way until I had 8 repeats and then began chart B and chart C. So, and now it's all the way on the other end of the room, like most things are in my shows. I have about like this much yarn left over. I don't know how much that is, but I have some yarn left over, unlike the last time, so that's good. That's always good. Hexapuff quilt, anybody? Beekeeper's quilt? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the leftover sock yarn that I have fingering weight. Still on the needles. This has been languishing in my yarn fortress for some time, but I whipped it out, so it's in my sight, and I'll feel compelled to actually work on it. My Seasons hat by Jared Flood, the pattern by Jared Flood, and I will finish this. I will finish this very soon. Knit Picks palette in Cobblestone Heather, Bittersweet Heather, which is like a deep dark chocolate brown. I don't know if you can kind of make it out. Let me see, seagrass, I want to say. I don't know, I'm not sure. There's so many. There are like 4 or 5 different strands of color in here, so I can't remember all the names, but that's as far as I remember. And it's almost done. If you can see, I'm just decreasing the hat. That's all I need to do. That's all I need to do. Why can't I finish it? I don't know. It's bad. It's really bad. But I will finish it someday, soon, before the weather warms up. I don't know. But, I think that's all what's on my needles at the moment. Dennis's Cambridge cardigan, which is over there. I really didn't make any more progress on that either. I tell you, this whole spinning business has just taken over my life for the good, but at the same time, there's other priorities that I definitely need to tackle before I indulge in my, new crafty endeavors. So one way or another, it's going to get done. It's going to get done. The socks, they will be done next week. They will. I'm telling you. So yeah, that's pretty much it for what's on and off the needles. Roving acquisitions. Yeah, strangely enough, there have been no yarn acquisitions, but I've been so excited about spinning that I just decided to indulge in some roving on Etsy. So, sorry guys. Let's get to that. Okay. I was browsing Etsy, like I do, and I stumbled on this lovely shop called Hoods in the Hank. This is their card. Lovely. I'm so in love with these bats that are just so color saturated and everything, but Hank's afiberworks.com, Hanks in the Hood on Etsy. Lovely stuff. So yeah, it's a bat. It's kind of like Loop on Etsy, and that's kind of what it reminded me of, but a little more budget friendly. And being a newbie spinner, I'm just kind of laying off the little more pricey stuff. So, but yeah, oh look, you can see the little Angelina in there. But yeah, you have like a lovely chocolate brown here. But then if you can see, there are like little shocks of like navy blue going throughout. I don't really want to take too much out of the bag, but yeah, you can see it's very pretty. And then yeah, you just got some peachy pink here, and then peach in the middle, and I'm assuming you just pull it from the center and draft. So I'm very excited to get started on this one. Again, it's Hanks in the Hood, and the colorway is actually called Happy. Let me get into technicals here. It's a center 100% merino wool and center pull self-striping roving, and it's about 4.1 ounces. So that's next on my to-get list. A scale to weigh yarn. What else? Sorry guys, I feel a little loopy tonight. I'm just kind of like Yeah. So I'm a little giddy. I'm sorry. But what else? Ah, okay. Here's one that I'm currently... What was I doing? I'm looking for something, a business card or something that I had earlier, but now it's not here. Oh my goodness, I'm so unorganized tonight. It's somewhere. I'll find it. I'll post a link to it in the show notes as I do, but, and sorry for the crinkling too. Apologies. This lovely braid right here is another Etsy purchase that it's from Australia. A lovely hand-dyed fiber company called Heavenly Wools. Very lovely. You can see here there's like a bit of olive green right there. Oh gosh, is this gonna focus? There we go. It's like I've already spun it, so and it fades into like a purple. Oh, my favorite. Oh, and there's gray. Yeah, green, purple, gray. All my favorite colors. Lovely. Cannot wait to knit up some hand spun with this. So yeah, and again, it's Heavenly Wools. She's from, gosh, I really don't want to say New Zealand or Australia because I know it's terrible. Like, I don't want to get the two confused. So I won't say where exactly it's from, but I know it's from down under. And I will post the exact location from Heavenly Wools. Very lovely. She has a lovely Etsy shop. Do check it out if you get a chance. And this is, I believe, merino, 100% merino. Let's see. And for the big news that I was dying to tell you the whole episode, are you sitting down? Are you? I got my spinning wheel. I got my Lendrum double treadle DT. It's right here, sitting next to me. And I will show you what I've spun with it. With the Heavenly Wools that yeah, I'm getting the wheel. This is going to be interesting. Oh my god, I'm lifting it up. Yeah, I'm new to this, guys. Yeah, can you tell? I've spun a lot. Since I got it on Thursday, and I've just been spinning nonstop on it, and I love it. I love it. I love this thing. I love it. Ah! So, yeah, this is my puppy, my new one. Yeah. So she's serving me very well. I've literally gone 3 hours straight spinning, and I don't know, like, I think, like, last time I podcast, I forgot to mention that, like, I whipped out the wheel that my grandmother gave me that's been languishing in her basement for 40 years, never used. She gave it to me. She's like, I know you knit, I know you like to spin, so take it, it's yours. And after I got the hang of drop spindling, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just apply this to, let me get the wheel out, let me play around with it, let me test it, you know, and like apply the same hand motions to while I'm spinning. Sure enough, I got the flow of it. Not perfect, but I got the flow of it, and my brain just went like, I need a wheel. I need a wheel. So I did my research. I asked all my knitting friends. I, did extensive fast research, apparently, because I have a wheel now. And yeah, the Lendrum, is the one that kind of resonated with me, and I made a very, very good purchase, and I'm very happy with it. It's smooth, it's quiet, I love it. And word on the street is you're supposed to name your wheels. I've been thinking about names. I have. One, I don't know if I should mention, I'll talk about it next episode. I'll think about it some more. But I have a couple names in mind. Maria, if you're watching, we should definitely have a Lendrum Teeny wheel naming party. Maybe it'll happen on Google Hangout or something. I don't know, but we should make something happen. And Laura, Jinx as well. Yes, we should all we'll chat, we'll tweet, we'll talk. So, wow, I'm rambling tonight, but yeah, so very happy with my Lendrum, very excited, love it. And I also started Navajo Flying. So, if I can get this up, it comes with a lazy cape, by the way, which is very, very handy. So yeah, before I dove into that skein. I did a test with the roving that I got from Brooklyn General last weekend, which is a plain merino, or BFL. Oh, God, I'm so bad with names. I don't know. It might be a blue-faced Leicester, but I got the Navajo Flying down. As you can see, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but I got the motion down of Navajo Flying. I definitely, it's fun. It's exciting, but yeah, it's kind of kinking up on itself, but the fact that I got the motion down, that is a feat on its own that I'm very proud of myself for. So I'm liking this spinning thing. It's addicting, and Kim, if you're watching, yeah, you created a monster. You created a monster. I am totally hooked. I'm addicted to spinning now, so thank you. What else? Oh, yeah, more spinning. Last time I showed you when I was still drop spindling. When I went to La Casita, I picked up a little bump of Pagewood Farms. So this is what I have so far. This is all that I have left. It wasn't that much. I think it was like half an ounce of roving, and very, very pretty as well. It kind of it reminds me of the Caribbean almost. But yeah, I'm just about done spinning this, and I'm just gonna ply it up. I don't know what I'm gonna knit with it yet, but I love it. It's great. Yeah, fiber. Yay for the win. So yeah, very excited. What else? That's pretty much it as far as spinning goes. On the needles, off the needles. I feel like I've covered a lot of territory tonight, but I really want to get to the review, which is very exciting. So shall I just get into that? Let's shall. So yeah, let me get my Kindle down here. I figure I'm just going to show it to you on my Kindle because it'll be easy for me to demonstrate. And again, this is Vintage Inspired Baseball Knits, a pattern collection by Allison D. I will. It's Dykhuizen. So you're gonna get some glare, but this is the cover. And full disclosure, she gave it to me to review. She's doing her pattern book tour this week, all through next week. So she, graciously asked me to review her book on the show, and I happily obliged. And I have to say, I'm not into sports. I'm far from the whole, I know nothing. I mean, I know about baseball, but I'm not into it. I wish I was. As far as my sports interest is concerned, it does not extend beyond badminton, bowling, and maybe pool. But I stink at all of them. Except badminton. I rock at badminton. So, hey. Allison, badminton-inspired gear? Gets my vote. Anyway, this too. I mean, even though it's baseball inspired, there are so many great, all the lines are so classic and customizable and beautiful. It doesn't matter even if you're not into baseball, sports, what have you, you can totally customize the colors to your own liking. They're great. So, but yeah, I'm just going to go through and share with you some patterns that I liked. And the photography is beautiful. I mean, they're on a baseball field. It looks so summery. It just gets me excited for spring and summer, and just, yeah, Cape Cod too. I mean, they have their own baseball team, the Mariners, which Dennis took me to, and it's kind of, oh, yay. But it's cool seeing these guys throw, really fast balls, at, I don't know, 30 miles an hour. I don't know how fast it is, but it's really fast. Anyway, back to the review. I'm trying to get this, but I'm in love with this tank top. I think it's great. You can't see the back. I will show you later, but it's a racerback, and I definitely want to cast this on immediately. But yeah, again, just such great photography. Classic baseball t-shirt cuts with it's not a straight bottom of a t-shirt. It has that oblong elliptical curve to the bottom. You have a stadium blanket, a cardigan, just really, one thing that I love about Allison's stuff, it's simple. It's simple, basic, and so customizable, you know? She uses colors so well. Okay, here's the tank that I love again, and here's the back. How awesome is that? I believe it's seed stitch. It's the Harnett tank, which is great. I'm actually going to be casting this on when I have time. I'm going to be casting this on using my favorite like muted purples and grays. It's going to be beautiful. So I cannot wait to do this. And it's, let me see, I think it's a fingering weight that she uses too, which is perfect because I love knitting with fingering weight. And for all you people who love knitting baby gear, how cute is this? How adorable is that? I'm sorry. Babies in any gear, it's cute. And this is the Baby Babe Ruth jumper. It's so, or foot onesie. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So it's just super adorable. And she has lovely schematics in here. So she tells you everything you need to know. Legends and, you know, the whole kit and caboodle. So it's perfect. And even though, like, this is sold through Knitpicks, by the way, I know there's that whole controversy with their credit card thing. Still a little miffed about the whole thing, but I'm overlooking that because this is, in my opinion, this is totally separate. You can get it, you know, order the pattern separately through Ravelry. So whatever your, you know, opinion is, it's totally separate, which I think, you know, given this, I'm not even going to get into it, but I'm just focusing on the pattern and the pattern book in general and Allison's work. So we're not even talking about Knitpicks here. Even, you know, I'm critiquing the artwork. Just full disclosure. I just want to get that out there. So, you know, whatever. But anyway, how awesome is that? I mean, you know, I totally want to, like, even though, again, like, I'm not into baseball, but as soon as I look at it, it's so basic that I'm thinking, oh, I want to do that to it. I want to do that to it. I want to, you know, I'm thinking all these ways that I can modify it to my liking and how I can make it work for me, even though I'm not into baseball. So, and again, it's just all these basic, you know, simple techniques, you know, they're not, I don't want to say Isolde-esque, because, you know, it's like you think that you have some designers, like Isolde Teague. I love her patterns. They're beautiful, but they're not easy, most of them. Some of them are, but, like, for the most part, it's like you start out a pattern and it's like, whoa, hold back. Let me, like, look up 5 different tutorials so I can get this started, and then let's talk. But, yeah, this, if you know, it's, I love the fact that it's so basic. It looks like enjoyable knitting. The cardigan, this screams like, let's customize the buttons. Let's go crazy. Let's go to town with the buttons. I mean, this is so cute. This is her Georgia Peach cardigan. Like, you know, A League of Their Own, one of my favorite movies growing up. It's like, I love it. So yeah, and then let me see. The Trolley Dodger. I love the names too. Like how cool. It's like stripes, cardigans. It can never go wrong with a cardigan. And it has like these little cute details. I mean, it seems hard, but I think in reality, if you know the basics of knitting, like knit, purl, yarn over, they seem pretty attainable. I mean, nothing that I don't think anyone just getting, you know, an intermediate to advanced knitter, beginning to intermediate, I think anybody could probably knit these. So yeah, there are 5 patterns, and I spoke with Allison, and we are going to do a giveaway. So I like the fact that I'm doing giveaways like at least once a week or every other week. It's fun. It really is, and you know, I like giving back to listeners, and I think of it as a way of just saying thank you for watching the show and everything. So that said, Allison is going to be giving away 1 pattern from her book. So I will, of course, start a thread in the YarnGasm Ravelry group. Leave a comment. Next week, I will do a random number generator and decide on a winner. So, yeah. Thank you again, Allison, for sharing these patterns with me, and good luck on your book, on your pattern tour, and I hope it goes really well. So that said, yay. excellent. I highly recommend you check out her other stuff too, because she's great. She's fun. She's, you know, so creative, and her other patterns are just brilliant. And I actually interviewed her on my other blog, knitnook.net, which is no more, but I have to do this. But I actually interviewed her in another interview on the blog, and I'm going to be transferring that interview to my current blog, Voolenvine.com. So be on the lookout for that if you have not checked that out. And of course, I will link to it in the show notes. So yeah, that said, I think we have come to the end of the show. Bella, my co-host, the cat, she was sitting on my lap before. I'm like, oh yeah, she's gonna make an appearance, but no, then she kind of scampered off to sleep on the sofa. So yeah, maybe next time. I don't know. But anyway, I hope everyone who has I can't go through a show without doing that. I don't know when it is. But anyway, I hope you've all had a wonderful weekend. Got lots of knitting done. And yeah, have a wonderful week. And I will see you next time. Happy knitting, everybody. Bye.